1 month ago, I was in my room. It was 1 a.m. and I was moaning, screaming, grunting, sweating, everything you could imagine. What was I doing? Was I having a good workout? Or was I doing something else? And I was just playing some video games. I was staying up till 1 a.m. playing video games when I needed to go to work the next day at 6 a.m. And this was around the time where I was in a bit of a rut. One of the worst periods of my life. Family problems, financial problems, the most busiest and grueling schedule that I've had in my entire life. 12-hour work days, just barely had time to do anything else. And this was honestly the time where I thought my channel was dying. I was looking at my analytics and everything was just going down and down and down and down. And it wasn't just the analytics that was going down. It was me. I was going down. I stopped taking care of myself. Because previous to this, 2024 was the best year of growth of my entire life. I made so much progress on my YouTube channel, on myself as a person, and just to get it thrown out because I felt like there wasn't a point to any of that anymore. All the progress I've made in the gym, my health, my career, everything just started diminishing. And the results of that, I looked the worst I've looked in a very long time. And to just get slingshotted back to a point where I used to be, because once upon a time, I wasn't a very attractive person growing up. Just to get put back in that place felt like everything that led up to this point was completely and utterly useless. Because a big part of what made me so confident was the fact that I actually did take care of myself. I cared what I put inside my body. I cared about my appearance. And now I didn't. Which is why I just started to feel so damn lonely again, like how I used to. That feeling of just feeling extremely undesired. I felt that immensely. However, one day, I was reading some comments from a video that I uploaded a few months ago that blew up and it was still getting views, right? Some of these comments read, "You've changed the way I see life. You've changed my life. You're making a difference. You're making a difference to all these people. You're changing lives with these videos." And I just thought to myself, what the fuck am I doing right now? I'm not even the same guy anymore. I'm not even living up to my potential. I'm literally a fraud to you good people. I literally feel so fake right now. And then I just thought to myself, am I gonna keep playing the victim? Am I gonna keep acting like a bitch? Just because my life got a little bit hard, I'm gonna cower away and run away like I always have? Fuck no. It's not how we do things around here anymore. There are still a lot of people who believe in me and what I do. It's you good people who I know for a fact are smart enough to realize that people go through ups and downs in life. I knew for a fact that you guys knew I wasn't a perfect guy. And so that is exactly when I made a promise to myself that I was going to get back on track and glow up in just 30 days. Even though I had a really tight schedule, I was still gonna make the greatest comeback of my entire life and look the best I've looked, feel the best I've felt, and inspire change in others while I do it. And just like that, I got shot with the most insane jab of motivation that anyone could even ask for. And I woke up the next day ready to start making a change to my life again. So first off, let's go with the big chicken in the room, my hair. Yeah, it didn't look very flattering. It was extremely unkempt, long, bushy. I needed a haircut. Unfortunately, this was during the holidays and the barbers were closed, at least the ones I go to. Fuck, looks like the haircut's gonna have to wait. Let me just fix all the instant things that I can actually fix myself about my face first. So I hopped in the bathroom, I looked myself in the mirror and I realized my beard just simply isn't as groomed as it could be right now. And I realized something else wasn't as groomed as it could be either. No, it's not what you're thinking. So I started grooming my beard, keeping it short on the sides and a little bit longer on the chin. And then I lined it up and made it look great. And then right after the beard, I whipped out my eyebrow razor and started getting the eyebrow hairs in between my brows and started edging up the edges as well. And I don't care if you're a girl or a guy, I don't know if this is gonna be super offensive, but I personally don't think anyone should have a monobrow. You know, I don't think it looks very flattering. And I was already looking a lot better just by doing these two things. Now it's finally time to address the donkey in the room. I need to get myself back in the gym because, guys, girls, I let myself go. I was looking a little pudgy. But first, I couldn't go outside looking like this. I needed to actually style my hair. You know, I couldn't get a haircut, but I could at least style my hair to make it look decent. So my hair 101, super dry, curly, thick. What's best for that? You need moisture. And so I wet my hair and applied coconut oil. And just doing this, no styling products, nothing like that, keeping it nice and natural, my hair just looked a lot more moist, just a lot more well kept, keeping that kind of wet appearance. So I drove to the gym, meeting up with my mate James. We were gonna hit a leg day. I was gonna go to the gym 4 times a week because that's all I could really manage with my time. But I knew that would be perfect because all you really need is 4 days and 4 days hard. Once that leg day was finished, grueling leg day by the way, I drove back home and I looked myself in the mirror, realizing that my hair was still pretty damn bushy. And I couldn't wait for the barbers, so low-key, I whipped out the scissors, but not just any scissors, thinning scissors. And I said, I was gonna do it myself. And I started thinning out my hair. And this ended up making my hair just a lot more lighter, just a lot easier to manage. Now, next, I needed to sort out my skin because my skin, it didn't look bad, but compared to how it looked before it was kind of spotless, no really acne you could see. I need to get it back to where it was. Just a quick break. If you are enjoying the story, feel free to subscribe to the channel as it does help me out a lot. I think we could hit 100k by the end of February if we're lucky. Let's make it happen. Back to the story. And so first thing, most important thing, I started drinking a fuck ton of water and I hopped back on the skincare routine. Very simple cleanser, moisturizer, once in the morning, once at night. And in the morning I use a sunscreen as well, while at the night I used a salicylic acid on my face, clearing up the acne. And then I whipped out the secret ingredient, a caffeinated eye serum, to try to get rid of these eye bags. And finally, arguably the most important thing so far, diet. I needed to fix up my diet because I was eating anything and everything, you know, I was eating junk food, oily stuff, because I just didn't care anymore. And it made me feel so damn horrible because what you put inside your body, your gut is literally like your second brain, right? If you feed it bullshit, you're gonna think bullshit. And so I needed a diet where first off, it was good for the gym, second off, it was good for my skin, and third off, it made me feel good. So what did I do? I hopped on a high protein, low carb diet. So I started eating mainly just chicken, eggs, fruits, potatoes, very just one type of ingredient foods. And I kid you not, bro, this made me feel so amazing, and my skin started to look even better. And that's exactly how I knew that this diet was perfect for me. Is it going to be good for you? I don't know. We all react differently. This was working perfectly for me, so I was going to stick to it. No junk food, no bullshit, nothing. I'm sticking to this 100%. Now I went to the gym for shoulders and arms day, but something just felt off and I didn't know what it was. And this was actually when I kind of reached a bit of a plateau in the progress that I've made, and I had no idea what it was. I was doing everything right, except for one thing. I was still addicted to gaming, right? I was still staying up late playing these video games. Everything else was perfect, but if I just stay up a few hours late just playing video games, hopefully nothing, you know, it's not bad, right? And then I realized something just so important. Your sleep is one of the most important things that you should be prioritizing, and it's not even close. And so I reluctantly had to stop playing, right? I had to force myself to stop playing and fix up my sleep schedule. And so I started regulating my sleep, going to sleep at the same time and waking up at the same time every single day, around give or take 30 minutes. And I kid you not, after doing this for just a couple days, everything, my whole quality of life increased like crazy. More progress in the gym, I felt even healthier than I did before. And this was simply because I started regulating my sleep and actually getting the right amount of hours. And now it's been a few weeks since I started this challenge, and the barbers are finally opened, so I actually went and got a proper haircut. Kind of just fixing up and like just getting a short trim. You can't really notice a difference, but this was just a maintenance cut. And finally, the last workout of my routine, I hit chest and back, and I ended up hitting a PR, even though I was eating less than I usually should, you know. I was at a deficit, but I still hit a PR. Amazing. I felt so good at this point, and throughout this entire thing, repeating this entire routine that I've built up, every single day, I started to just look better and better and better, like how I used to. And in just 30 days, here are the results. Clearer skin, better haircut, I'm more lean. I'm overall just looking a lot better, and this was a pretty decent glow up, I'd say. Honestly, it's really simple getting your looks in check. It's not easy, but it's simple. It's mostly just about getting your health in check, because a healthy person is an attractive person. But not only did I look better, what's way more important than that, I felt better. And I want you to dwell on that for a second. I felt better about myself. The thoughts that were running through my head were so much happier and just less negative than the self-talk I had about myself 1 month ago. It was just, I had such a happier mind. That's priceless. You can't put a price on that. And look, the journey was nice. It's nice to finally take care of myself. It made me a lot more confident. It's never not a good thing to take care of yourself. But it's not the only thing you should be worrying about. Remember, your character, it's who you are. And I know for a fact, a lot of people are going to be like, your looks are everything. Nothing else matters besides your looks. I'm ugly, so there's just no hope for me. You could look as good as you want, but if you haven't changed what's inside here, it's worthless. My character 1 month ago, he was this super negative guy who hated the world, who hated himself, who gave into his addictions. He was a weak guy, and he could be as attractive as he wants, but he's still dead on the inside. He's not getting anything done. He was not an attractive person, straight up. But now, it's a little bit different, because taking care of myself, and by extension my appearance, it was a catalyst for improving my overall character and the person who I am, because it shows other people that I actually take care of myself. And that makes me a little bit happy, you know? Because, you know, as much as we'd like to disagree, you know, we are all social creatures at the end of the day who do somewhat rely on others to stay happy. To an extent, right? It depends who you're asking. And that's how you should think of this, you know? Improving your looks is only going to be a catalyst for improving your character. And yeah, of course, you know, I'm not denying the fact that you're going to get more external validation from girls or guys, whatever you are, right? If you look better, you're going to get more compliments, more external validity. But once you look past that point, you realize that this is a lot more deeper and less shallow as just that. Because you actually start to love yourself a lot more. And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters, right? If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot, so thank you so much for that. Comment, like, those 3 things help me so much, so thank you so much for that. And I'll see you in the next one.